and today I have a tutorial for you guys on this look. I tried a lot of new products out today that I've been dying to try, and I'm really excited to show you guys how I achieved this look. I feel like it's very sultry and I absolutely love the way that it turned out. I feel like I haven't played with makeup in so long and I'm just so excited. I have so many more looks in mind and I'm just so excited to do them on camera for you all. Before we get started, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up and comment down below your thoughts. Also click that subscribe button if you haven't already, because I post every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern, and I would love it if you stuck around. It is such a fun time around here and I promise you, you won't regret it. But without further ado, if you want to see the new products that I used and how I achieved this look, then keep on watching. Okay, so I just filled in my eyebrows off camera and then I cleaned them up a little bit because I'm actually going to be using a new product on my lids today. But as always, I'm going to push my hair back because I cannot do my makeup with my hair in my face for the life of me. Before I put that new lid primer on, I want to start by prepping my face a little bit, and also I have to hydrate my eyelids because I have more dry eyelids. Even though they're not nearly as bad in the summertime, I still do like to hydrate them beforehand. But I'm going to start off by using the new Too Faced Hangover 3-in-1 Replenishing Primer and Setting Spray. This stuff smells and feels so good. I'm going to go ahead and take my Glossier Priming Moisturizer, and I'm just going to put this on for now just to prep, so while I'm doing my eyes this could settle into my face. So I'm spreading this all over, and then I'm going to put some on my eyelids and around my eye area. I do have concealer underneath my eyes, so I'm not going to do all over. Okay, so now the lid primer I was talking about is the Smashbox Photo Finish Lid Primer, and this is in the shade Light. They have a white one, they have a black one, they have some darker shades. This is my first time actually opening it. The wand is pretty big. It's a pretty nice shape for the eye. I'm just gonna do one swipe, and right off the bat it feels very lightweight and kind of like greasy. It kind of reminds me of the Urban Decay primer potions, like that kind of formula. It doesn't seem thick or drying. I'm so used to using my Tarte Shape Tape, and that of course is a little bit heavier on the eyelids. Okay, so there's using my finger, and I'm actually going to use this Morphe sponge and I'm going to use it on my face later. But let's try this on the other eye. Okay, so the sponge is not a good idea for this primer. I think since it's so light already, you can't be using a sponge that's going to soak up more product. My first impression of this, I'm honestly a little bit disappointed. I'm going to try and do a second layer to see if that changes anything. But I'm just so used to using super pigmented lid primers like concealer and also like MAC paint pots, and I struggle with dark circles and also very veiny eyelids, so I really like having that concealer coverage just because it covers everything. Although I do appreciate that this is so lightweight, and I am just gonna stick it out and use this anyway. When I saw the outside, it kind of looks like a concealer, so I kind of got the wrong impression. The base is so important, and I'm actually starting to get concerned that this will make my shadows difficult to blend, so I am just going to pop a little bit of Shape Tape on there, and I'm going to blend it out with this Morphe sponge. Okay, so this was a major fail. This is actually becoming so patchy. The primer underneath is gathering up and it's actually really bad. So I need to go take this off with a wipe and just stick to my concealer. Okay, so much better. But I'm going to be trying out the Too Faced Born This Way setting powder, and so far I've heard good things, and I've been so scared to try this because I'm always so scared to try new translucent powders. You guys know my ride or die is, as always, the Laura Mercier. But I'm just going to take my brush and just sweep this on to set everywhere. Wow, actually so far so good, because it looks like I put like a filter over my eyelids or something. Right away it just smooths things and makes it all like cohesive, and I really like this so far. Keep in mind I am going to be using this on my face later on, so that will be the real test. But for my lids, so far so good. So today for eyes, I'm finally going to be using my Huda Beauty Rose Gold Texture Eyeshadow Palette. I got this a while ago, I hauled it a while ago, and I have yet to play with it. And now that it's summer, I am able to play with a lot more things a lot faster, and I knew right away I wanted to play with this. I've heard mixed reviews on this, and I'm actually kind of nervous, but let's hope for the best. So first I'm going to take this shade in Bay, and it's like a banana color. And I'm just gonna redefine my lid with that. And I just place this all over and get an even wash of color. So I have an idea of what I want to do. I kind of want to do a halo eye today just because I really want to experiment with these shimmer shades, the textured shadows, and also I haven't done one in a while. I've done a lot of cut creases and stuff recently, and I just want to just do a basic halo eye look. So first I'm going to take the shade Sandalwood, and this looks like your basic perfect transition color. I'm going to pop this into my crease, and when you're doing a halo eye, you want to make sure that you don't only focus on the outer corners, you want to go and bring everything in as well. So right off the bat, colors seem pretty pigmented and blendable. At first the shadow seemed a bit patchy, which is what I've read some people say, but as I continue to blend and build up, it kind of fades. So I'm just kind of going back and forth, building up the color, doing windshield wiper motions and also circular motions. Today I'm going for a super warm look. Right now I'm using this Makeup Shack brush that doesn't have a name on it, but I'm going back and forth with my Morphe M533 to diffuse and blend a bit more, and this one has no color on it. I'm going to go in with this denser fluffy brush, and this is a BH Cosmetics brush, and I'm going to start to go in with henna, and this is going to be the main color. I want to place this on the inner and outer corners and directly into the crease. So I'm going to start by popping this into the outer corner, and now I'm starting to build this into the crease. I'm also going to angle my wrist up, because when you angle your wrist up, it helps diffuse the edges while you're blending. And I'm going to make sure to keep going in with my Morphe M533. I'm also going to take this more defined Makeup Shack brush. I'm going to try and link them all down below since they don't have names. And I'm just going to continue to build up the base first, halo eye. This henna shade is a beautiful, rich color, I will say. So I'm really quiet right now because I'm really focused on trying to get this seamless blend. Thoughts so far on the palette, I don't dislike it at all. I think so far the colors that I am using, they are blending out. It is taking a little bit of extra love, but I do like the pigmentation and the buildability. The real test is gonna have to be when we try the foiled shadows. So I'm really going to accentuate the inner and outer corners and the crease one last time with that henna shade before I go in with one of the textured shadows. And I'm going to blend this all out with my big fluffy brush. Okay, so the one thing that I've heard about this palette is that you have to go in with your finger with the textured shadows for the best results. So today I want to go in with 24K, which is a beautiful, rich, true gold color. And I'm just going to pop my finger in there, and right away, it's very, very textured. And ooh. Okay, yes, that gives off a lot of pigment, but there's also a lot of fallout too, which I'm not a huge fan of. I'm gonna do this straight to the other eye, just popping that right in the center, and I find if you like swipe down, that's how you get the most texture. I'm gonna kind of leave it to sit right now and see what that does. I also want to take this angelic shade with my other finger and mix that in. It actually gives a really pretty fade, so I'm sticking that angelic more towards the outer corner and then the gold in the inner. But I also want to take this moon dust shade and I'm going to see how this works on the brush. And I'm going to lighten everything up a little bit with this. I'm also going to pop moon dust on the inner corners. So now I'm trying to like blend and at the same time flick away the texture from anywhere I don't want it. And I'm noticing when I do that, it kind of lessens the pigment of the texture, and it also doesn't brush away very nicely, which I'm honestly pretty disappointed with. But I'm going to try popping the texture on perfectly so that I don't have to go in and blend, and let's hope for the best. Okay, so that's way better. When you go in with the brush, it definitely lessens the texture and everything, and I'm not really a huge fan, but I think it looks absolutely stunning when you put it on perfectly, so that's the only problem. Also, when you try and flick it away on the tops, it makes everything shimmery, so I'm a little bit disappointed with this palette. I'm going to go in with the Sandalwood, which was our original shade, and try and blend a little bit. This palette is beautiful and I was so excited about it, and the second I saw it I wanted it so bad, but honestly for the price I'm a little bit disappointed. I'm taking my wipe and eliminating fallout. Okay, so moving on to the face, I'm going to take my Tarte smoothing primer, place that on the normal areas that I place this on. And today I'm using the Marc Jacobs Remarkable Foundation. I used this before and I absolutely loved it. Today I'm using it with that Morphe sponge, and so far I'm really liking the sponge. And last time I used this foundation I used a silly sponge, but I want to try it out with a beauty blender type of sponge. This is the first other sponge that I'm trying besides a beauty blender, and honestly I've always hated any like knockoff beauty blenders, but this Morphe one is actually pretty soft and comparable. The only thing is it's a lot bigger, but that does kind of make everything like faster to blend. Okay, so to be honest, I'm liking it. I go in with my Shape Tape and conceal underneath. This has a flat edge that makes blending concealer really easy. I'm also going to sharpen up that shadow. Because this is so big, it actually makes it really easy to blend like into your foundation. I'm going to place the excess because I put a little too much on the high points of my face. Okay, so now I'm really nervous because I'm going to try the Too Faced setting powder underneath my eyes, and this is going to be the real test. Okay, so honestly, I don't have anything bad to say. Some setting powders you put on and it dries up your under eyes so fast. This doesn't do that. It feels really nice actually, and I'm just going to start to set all over with this. I'm also gonna clean up my eyeshadow with this. I'm also gonna take my MAC Next to Nothing powder and set everywhere else with this, and also pat it in. Wow, okay. In all honesty, I'm pretty shook. This is the first powder that I tried other than Laura Mercier that I haven't hated. So, by the way, I know my eyeshadow looks crazy right now. I always do this. I always mess it up just to blend it again. But I'm gonna create a line to prep for when I do start to contour. I'm gonna bring this down the center of my nose. Okay, but now it's blending time, so I'm just gonna take my time and blend my shadows out. I'm gonna run henna on my lower lash line. The lower lash line just brings everything together. I'm obsessed. I'm gonna go in again with the foiled shadow one last time. So I'm going to take my Cocoa Lashes in the style Demi G, and before I do that, I'm just going to create a thin line to hide the lash band, and I'm also going to put some black liner in my tight line. Okay, so lashes are on and I'm loving it. I'm actually going to take the same gold and pop that on the lower lash line. Just a little bit, and I'm going to blend it in with the henna. I love putting glittery shades on the center of the lower lash line. It just makes your eyes pop. I apologize if anything just changed. My battery died. But I'm going to go back and finish off my lower lash line and all that stuff in a little bit. But first I want to go back and just finish off the face. So as always, my Tarte contour kit. This look kind of turned out looking a tad bit burgundy. I was going for kind of more browns, but that henna shade is kind of red toned, so I'm gonna go in with my blush first because today we're trying out some new highlighters. So today I'm going to use a new Lancome highlighter. I have yet to use these on their own. I tried a little bit on top of another highlight, but obviously I don't know how they perform on their own. So let's see. By the way, I'm using the shade Luminous Gold. Okay, so right off the bat, it looks beautiful. Actually, I'm gonna pop this into the inner corners as well. Ooh, okay. Okay, so from what I could tell so far, they are very luminous. I'm actually gonna go in with another one. This is in Shimmering Buff and it's lighter. And I'm just gonna pop that on. So on their own, they're pretty good. I'm definitely going to wet them, of course, because I love them to be super intense. But from what I could tell so far, they're pretty good. So before I wet my face and finish off, I'm going to go in with my lower lashes. Okay, so I put black on the lower lash line, kind of smoked it out a little bit. But now I'm going to dust away the powder. Put on this Tarte lip paint in the color Salty. This is my first time using these. This is obviously way too light, so I'm going to take Get It and Rosé. This looks like it'll be the shade. But I'm also going to take a gold color Pop Lippy. So now finishing off, I'm going to go back in with this highlighter. There we go. There's the intensity I love. So that is it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed this look and enjoyed the video in general. I had so much fun creating this for you guys. If you watched up to here, be sure to comment down below your favorite part of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all so much, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, everyone.